Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: men of Reddit, what pisses you off most about other men? When they try to act tough, like aggressive tough. Buddy, you aren't badass, you're acting like a child with a temper. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Older men hate taking instruction from young guys like myself in the trades. Instead of dropping their ego and feelings at the door, they come in with no experience and won't allow me to teach them. It's a lot of patience and I find it very frustrating. You may be older, but shut the fuck up and let me teach you something, bud. There is supposed to be someone hiring into my department soon. I'm an electronics technician, and I've only been in the field for a year and a half. I'm quite nervous because I'll have to train whoever it is. I'm a 22-year-old female, and I'm really hoping they are close to my age or just not a completely asshole. Edit, I forgot I was 22 and not 21. I'm 41 and I had to work with a group of 20-something-year-olds recently where I was the new person, so they had to show me the ropes. I think they found it really awkward giving me instructions because it must have felt like telling one of their parents what to do. From my perspective, I know they knew what to do better than I did, so I didn't worry about their age. We got used to it by day 3. My wife deals with this a lot, seasonal business. Here's what you do. Make a cheat book for whatever the job is, like a folder with lots of reference material, notes, tip/tricks and stuff like that. If they an insufferable ass who refuses to learn, teach them what you can, hand them the cheat book, and every time they have a problem and try to blame you, which they will, open that fucking book and point right at it. Hard to say you didn't teach them when you went out of your way to make a cheat sheet for them. Edit, well holy crap, glad you guys like this advice. My wife is an I/O psychologist, she knows her shit. To those saying it is extra work, it is, but it isn't. Keep copies, you have a great tool to help train others train, and it saves you from having to retray people who refuses to learn. To those saying well guys shouldn't act that way at all. Duh. My blue-collar dad, in his 70s, has discovered learning new things from young guys on YouTube. He'll call and say, "Did you know they taught this stuff on YouTube?" "Yeah, Dad." "Isn't it cool? And it's free." I think Dad has prescribed to learning new skills to keeping his brain young. Good. I hope I can follow suit. Having to know everything, or out-expert each other. When did it become unmanly to say I don't know? I say I don't know all the time just to avoid coming out as a fool, and people most of the time love and take time to explain me, which is kinda cool. This is one of the biggest secrets of being a good conversationalist. People absolutely love to share knowledge about stuff they find interesting. So if you know just enough about something to ask interesting questions about it, you can draw out people's actual passion for something into the conversation. I love listening to people talk about stuff they are passionate about, and in the end I learn something and they feel heard. It is good all around. The phenomenon of men agreeing with each other by going not only that, but 8-paragraph-long diatribe is hilarious to me, and I've done it so goddamn much myself. We all want the last word and the hottest take. I think it's easy to be insecure, and if your intelligence is ever praised, then maybe you're more likely to want to make sure the world knows you're knowledgeable. Edit, there's a difference between yes and I desperately need everyone here to know that I have the deepest understanding of the thing being discussed. It's really easy to switch between the two during a normal conversation, and I still do, but I used to, in that second group all the time, because my intelligence was often the only thing I felt I ever had going for me, that results in treating conversations as moments to show off rather than build relationships. I don't mean to say that anybody is bad for wanting to contribute to a conversation. The phenomenon of men agreeing with each other by going not only that, but 8-paragraph-long diatribe is hilarious to me, and I've done it so goddamn much myself. We all want the last word and the hottest take. Isn't that just every Reddit thread? How some men have no problem going after another man's GF or spouse, but they go psycho if it happens to them. Fuck those guys. Guys that become completely different when there's no women around. Guy at work is always nice to his female co-workers. Second they're gone, they're a bunch of dumb bitches in need of his manly love. I've heard him tell women that his having 3 sisters gives him a great respect for them. He also told me, when the ladies weren't around, that having 3 sisters gives him insight to their weaknesses and allows him to easily take advantage of them. I think you described a sociopath there. That shit sure ain't normal. I hate this. I grew up with two older sisters and watched them get treated like crap by so many different guys, and I've always said seeing that has helped me learn how to not treat women. Then there are assholes like that who use it to take advantage. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Medicine in the wrong hands is poison, after all. Guys who shit on what other people like and don't like because of stupid macho bullshit. I don't trust men that like cats. Male co-worker. When a man loves cats, he is my friend and comrade without any further introduction. Mark Twain. I was seeing a guy once, and we were walking up to his apartment and I saw a kitty in the neighbor's window in front of the blinds. It was adorable, so I took a picture to send my dad. The guy asked me what I was doing and I explained my dad, and I sort of bond over our love of cats, and he called my dad gay. I said he isn't gay, he made me with my mom, and the guy said liking cats makes my dad gay. I didn't even get into his house before I turned around and drove back home. People used to call me the crazy cat dude because I live in the country and take in strays, get them fixed and feed them. At one time I had 12 living at my place. When they have to make damn sure they show they are an alpha male, like they are an animal or a caveman. If any dude who heroically uses the terms alpha or beta when talking about humans, it's a red flag. Generally when anyone does this, my response is calling yourself an alpha is about the most beta thing you can do, not cause I give a fuck about the terms, but they seem to hate it. I try to give genuine compliments and not just jokes all the time. A good dad should be told, a nice haircut can be noticed, and an accomplishment can be praised. No sarcasm needed. Edit, over 20,000 upvotes is insane. Thank you all. I hope it translates to 20,000 compliments. My girlfriend is always confused by my friend group and my behavior with each other. We riff at each other a lot. But my boy got a nice new shirt. Sick fit bro. Saying I love you and platonic intimacy. Check. I'm lucky and have a tight-knit group of old friends who are emotionally mature. I aspire to be friends with more people like y'all. Dudes who would rather put you down for not knowing every single detail about something rather than genuinely trying to help teach others and spread information. And if they do manage to give a hell to help, they for whatever reason, have to have this demeaning, belittling tone. Edit, holy cow, I am damn near brought to tears seeing so many people click with this. Oh man, that feels good. Thanks y'all, today was tough but this was simply amazing. I'm not into sports. When I tell other guys that they look at me like I just came from Mars. When we shut each other down instead of building each other up and think it's cool and okay. I've been guilty of it too, but I'm trying to be better. You guys. I am overwhelmed with the discussions, awards, undeserved, and how much attention this post has gotten. Thank you all for your support and honesty, and I will try to reply to everyone. I have pretty much minimized my contact with my group of guy friends because I'm a 40-year-old man who just wants friends who support each other, not overgrown children who want to talk shit to each other constantly. Ball busting on occasion is fine, but it's basically the default for so many guys. I have a lot more guy friends, but the only friends who I would say really know who I am as a person are my friends who are women. My husband says this. We have a bunch of couple friends and sometimes the girls will ski together and we are all so positive and encouraging of each other. And now my husband refuses to ski with the guys because it's just one big competition and they make fun of each other for not being fast enough. I try to never punch down in comedy, in my crew. I'll punch sideways, like a compliment sandwich. Example, Mike is great, man. He really is. Might be the dumbest player we game with, but he doesn't need to think with a wang that big. Never dunk on a homie without pulling him back out again. Had a dude that was always acting like he was just some dumb redneck, and one of my favorite insults for him was, dude tries to make us think he's stupid all the time, but we're too smart to be fooled by that shit. Turning insecurity into aggression and hatred for others. After reading the lot of these, insecurity is the common denominator here. It's all just projections of varying insecurities. In the book Don't You Know Who I Am? Drive. Romy Durvasula asserts that narcissistic people are pathologically insecure. This insecurity manifests itself in rage, entitlement and other negative emotions. She goes on to say that narcissism is endemic in our society, being fueled by social media and popular culture. It's interesting to me how the same personality traits that are detrimental to our personal relationships can be beneficial and even admired in the workplace. Why can't they turn insecurity into depression and self-loathing like the rest of us? My neck just snapped from nodding. The constant competition, aka cock blocking, dick measuring contests. I deal with this with my best friend and craft beer. He treats it like it's a competition. If I get beers by myself, he'll go and get beers that same day, even when his fridges can barely handle it. I don't address it because at the end of the day, it's his money. And it's not like he gets mean about it. I just don't understand why he feels like he has to one-up me, and a few others in our group. I thought you meant home brew, but you're literally just talking about who consumes more beer.